see if it's right. Did I get it right? Is everything connected? It is. And good morning, YouTube. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Bullish Bears. For those in YouTube land, we have been in here having a blast. So we're looking at this price action today. I got SPY, I got the MES. I'm just going to run with my charts that I love. I got the MES hitting angular resistance. Look at that. And we got Amazon pushing up. And we were looking at Tesla earlier today. So we're just going to sit here and talk. Our members are in here with us. We're calling out things, not so much for, any other reason than our thoughts, opinions, and this is for educational purposes only. There, I said it. Now, let's go back to where we were.
All right, 39.34. We just hit that.
Bam.
Got 390.20 for extension.
We're
25 cents.
yeah. This is a nice push there.
Jeremy, I got a $5, 369, 367. I tried to get it a little bit cheaper, but it was kind of hard to get the. Actually, my limit price was $4, I thought, but it actually filled at 5, so I guess I'm gonna switch it back down.
Looking at Jan, 370, 360 for $6. So right in that same range. Just gonna. I'm looking to be in a. By the end of the day today, the CPI data is gonna make the market move one way or another.
All right.
And I don't know which side it's going to be on, so I'm going to be in the middle, ready for whatever breakout happens.
29, that's fine. Let's go. All right, so we're hitting that angular resistance right there, which is also right above the high of day from the 6th on the of this year. We got this area right here, which is not a point of control, but a volume profile. And let's see if this is a pullback on the 1. What time is it? It's 10:18. I like to watch the time. I usually pay attention more to the minutes and the seconds. SIG is always pointing out that things happen on the quarter hour. Oops.
We rejected exactly at the 4-hour top of that 4-hour capital. Bingo. Wow.
Really?
Break into 90, but what kind
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, now, this is why I like to pay attention to these 5-minute candles and look at the clock. We're getting ready to come into the last minute of this candle, and for almost 4 minutes, that was a green candle heading on the way up. And so now we get that look right there, but this candle hasn't closed yet. That thing can easily come back up and be green again. So I wait for him to print. I'm looking at the 5-minute right here. This is what I'm doing.
Tesla double bottom testing R1 again.
This technically would be the third touch, not on angular resistance, but on this channel. If you count this as 1, 2, and 3. One-minute chart's great. We just hit came back to the top of the high. We're testing that high, so this could go back, but I don't know. Not the way. I don't like the way that 5-minute candle looks for a bullish move, but I like the way it looks for a bearish move. I must say. I like the way it looks for a bearish move. I love it.
I had to work that 370. Ran it to 7.
Wow, you know what I just did? I took a 3-point trade while I was live. I don't normally do that. It's something I don't normally do. I'm growing as a moderator. Yeah. So, lookity. This is one of my favorite, the Vreeland, ladies and gentlemen. The Vreeland is where you pay a tweezer top. Tweezer tops come up. They're great. I'm calling these tweezer tops because they both have wicks. And if you want to get in You can sell the close of that first candle once you know it's a tweezer top. And you could place your stop right up there. You could place it there. You could place it somewhere else if you think you can place a tighter stop. And then you can ride this candle. You could ride that all the way down, or you get your target. Mine would have been the bottom here. And go, boom, look at that. That's beautiful. You can do it. That's a 5 minute. On the 1 minute, we got this look. It's a little different, but it's basically the same thing. And look how close your stop can be. Now, I'm not telling you to do this. This is how I think. So you could get a really nice stop. I mean, this candle range is 2.25 points. So if you were to put your stop there and enter here, look at that. That's a tight stop. But you got to know you're coming up to that third touch. And I always talk about the third touches because the third touch on angular resistance, or if it's a channel, even if it's horizontal, the third touch is often a indication of something's going to happen. We're going to go up or down. And if you get that third touch and you get a bearish signal, boom, then Ironclad gets really happy.
There was that 388. While you were talking there, perfect. Now what? So look left on the 1 minute chart.
Left on a 1 minute chart. Spy?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice
Recognize
of the sensei.
any stock we've scalped, you'll recognize exactly that setup. Where does the support go if this breaks?
Right back down over here.
387.50.
Right down. Did you see what I see? You see what I did? You see what it is? See this? Look at that. That's VWAP. You see the big angle, the drop? Boom. That's about the area you were calling. So price likes to go with VWAP, and previous VWAPs matter. Volume weighted average price. So I like to find those bends, and a lot of times I like to put a price line on them. You got to make sure it's on TOS. You got to make sure it doesn't snap to anything. And I just
388.50 one more time.
I just did that, and that was done. My price line. One of our members taught me how to do that with my mouse. I was like, oh, I didn't know how to do that. I just stick a little price line on there like that, color it this way, drop off anything on the left, and boom. And that's, I know when I see that right there that is a previous VWAP. Just like we had a previous VWAP here. You see, notice how price on the MES kind of hung around that previous VWAP, even though don't look at the 39.21.80 because we know it's not 80. But that's what the line did. And look, this is where it kind of played around. It broke. Now it's come back down. It's testing it. If it breaks through it, we're going to go back down here to 39.17 probably. If it U-turns, then it's going to retest this as support. But we'll have to wait and see. And just because all that happens, it doesn't mean it can't go back up and we can't get another tweezer top and write it back down. Hot dog, you do that all day long. Y'all for
those three flag plays like that, you'll get a test of the second flag and a bounce. So everything is with a grain of salt. Either we reach to the flag 2 support, or we bounce off the flag 2 resistance.
You could see this as 1 touch. You could see this as 2 touch. So could there be a 3rd touch? We got that previous VWAP up there at 390.51, so it could try to go up to that VWAP. This is a pivot right here. I love price action. I mean, you could sit here and there's a lot of jobs you can do all day long where you have to watch stuff or be on a computer and everything. And to me, this is the best one of them all because you're making your money your own way and you're managing your own money and you're making your money work for you. It takes a long time to get to the point to where you can see it like the some of our guys in here like Jeremy and Sig and even our members. We got some great members who see stuff very well. And once you get the hang of it and you start seeing those setups and I like to limit my choices. I'm a grandfather, and if you ever been around children who have too many choices, have you ever seen it? You ever watched the paralyzing? It's like we call it analysis paralysis, but you watch it. My youngest was this way. He just could not make a choice, so we had to learn to limit our choices for him for certain things, so that he could make a better a choice. Instead of giving him 5 choices, we'd have to give him 3 or 2. You want to go eat a hamburger tonight or chicken? you know. so I have to limit my choices and what my trades are, so that I don't get analysis paralysis. And this is my rules, and also so that I know what I'm looking for, and if I limit it, and we have a saying around here. If someone were practicing karate, and they practiced one kick 1,000 times, they get real good at it. Much better than they would if they practiced 10,000 kicks one time, or 1,000 kicks one time. So
Absolutely.
I look for the fewest, and I'm a keep it simple stone kind of guy. So what you got, Jeremy?
I'm just watching Spy bounce right off that angular.
Yeah.
I was not expecting anything to be able to be tradable right there, but it actually was. That little rounding bottom on the 5-second chart told me I could go along with it, at least back to the 200.
That's probably your regression line right there.
Happens to sit at 389.20.
Let's see how good I was on that. I'm going to test myself. That's we're going to make this one, since the market's kind of like it's one. We'll make this one a different color. We'll make it green for right now. That's my regression line. Now let me use a real regression line.
Tesla did break below R1 on that double bottom, but setting up possibly off of R2. So, if it's a triple bottom, cool, but it's looking more and more like a bear flag as the minutes go by. So be aware that can be a bearish measured move, and test that 110 level again.
I was off on my regression line.
Trace will be buying a share.
That's why we buying a share. I was off on my regression line, but I learned something putting this regression line on there. Yes, I did. Indeed, I did. You notice that regression line, Jeremy? Watch this. I'm going to blow this up. I'm going to show you something. This is the regression line that TOS drew. I just took the tool. And I drew it. If you can see this line right here. See this tool? I just took it and drew it.
Yep.
All right. So,
Back up to it, broke over.
but look at where it put it. It put it there. I didn't. See that?
It didn't need to.
I didn't need to. But look. Here. Here. That's great. Those are the in-betweens. Stock market likes triangles, y'all. It likes them a lot.
You know what Friday is?
The 13th, from what I heard. Well, you're going to dress up as Jason? Look at that. There it goes. Bye-bye. Look at right on that regression line, too.
My bear face is going to look a lot like Jason. Straight bloodthirsty.
Let me get this out of here.
There's that 388 pivot, baby. Yeah.
There's so much stuff on the chart, and there's so many ways to chart. The market likes squares. See that? And it likes to break squares. It likes to cut them in half. And it makes wedges. Somebody must be outside the house. The little one's yelling. Feeling better now. I don't know if you hear it. It was sick for a couple of days. Super quiet.
His head is spunky down.
I know. It's like, I liked you when you were sick. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. I told it that, and then I apologize.
All right, Tesla breaking into.
Spilled my... Here it is. And right when stuff's breaking down, brah. I gotta get a paper towel. I'll be right back.
75 is one target, and then 3901 is my next target. Very well done, sir. soon as this is hitting the bottom, I'm going to go and find my call debit spread on SPY and be neutral. I'm expecting some movement tomorrow. I just don't know which direction. A little bit biased to the bearish side, but it's better to be wrong and neutral than right on the wrong side, or wrong and on the wrong side. Sorry, almost said that wrong. Keep going. Ooh, it broke 387.50. Flag 2 support is gone. Where are we going now? We're going to 386.50. One whole dollar low.
Dollar low is 10 points. Hey, Jeremy, thanks. I'm glad they can hear you. I'm sorry about that. I spilled coffee again. It's my day to spill coffee, everybody.
That's all right. I have 2 copies, so I can't see.
All right, so we're breaking that opening range.
Got an extension of 386.35 possible. Right now, I'm sitting on a 1 minute 200 pause or bounce.
Right on it. 387.02 is a current pivot. Yeah, that too. Let me just go on about the Vreeland strategy of playing the tweezer tops one more time. I want you to notice on this 5-minute chart. Now, this is a 5-minute chart. This is the 1-minute chart, but this is the 5-minute chart. If you would have played this tweezer top with that strategy I've been talking about, look at that, man. You'd have gotten, more than that, right? Let's see. You got 20 points, 20, almost 20 points. But you got to have the intestinal fortitude to stay in that trade. That's why it's really good for the futures to paper trade them for a while, and to paper trade them with a decent account that you would, not an unreasonable account, but account. And again, this is just opinion. I prefer to trade it with an account. I'll say it that way. That is going to mimic the amount of money that I would have in that account. And then the other thing is, for me, I'm a little slower than some people. So if I go in there with too small of an account, then it's difficult to paper trade. So when I was paper trading the futures, I found an $1,000 account to start off with because I've got plans to build that, right? And then we teach folks how to do that. Look at this. This is beautiful. If you'd have played that tweezer top right there and just streak this thing, never mind. So, so the paper trading thing is, I believe that when you do it, you got to have a system that works really good. So that's why I like the Tradovate, because its paper trading to me is identical to its actual live trading. And the other thing is, because the futures can be scary, you can get in there and just, 5 trade one contract that's worth $5, and set your, use stop losses and, limit orders, if that's how I do it. And some people do the join ask, join bid. That's great. Some people just do buy market, sell market, and that all works fine. Depends upon your style. Mine, I like to place my trades in there, have my targets ready and set to go, and know where I'm going, so that it's a job for me, and it's a lifestyle. So I have to know what the hell I'm doing. I can't take risk. I can't see what might happen. Let me see what happened. I have to use the knowledge that I gained here from Bullish Bears and reading price action to make a living. I can't screw around. So I don't take risk with losses. So that's why I put the stop losses in. But anyway, this is just really great stuff.
All right, I'm gonna grab debit spread. I might have to work the order though.
Now, which one is that you're doing, if you don't mind me asking?
So I'm doing Friday expiration. I've already got the puts on board. And for calls at 406, 408 for 7 cents. And I've already got the put spread on for 368, 370 strike. Bought that for 7. It's now at 10. So essentially, I balance out that position neutral. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that big volatility to hit tomorrow, and I'll profit one side or the other, and I can decide: do I sacrifice the loser if I can? Cool. The other thing is I can go and if I think I've got more room to run, I can go and convert that debit spread into a butterfly. Meaning I can sell one more short leg and buy a long leg further out, further away from money, and lock in that profit. Can't lose whatever amount I have in the difference between the two spreads.
Jeremy, that's amazing.
Pretty easy to do when you've got range. Not as easy to do when you don't have range. But when you have a range day before an expected big market day where you got a big move coming or big news coming, you can get ahead of it and be much more efficient from a neutral position than you can with a directional position. Would I trade earnings this way? Occasionally I would, but typically in the weeks leading up to the earnings, you're going to have that implied volatility so high, it's going to be very hard to find a cost-effective spread that'll work for you. SPY, it kind of sometimes offers you the best opportunity to take that swing versus any other equity. So there's other strategies for other equities that you can use for earnings. Typically, I'll go for being way ahead of earnings, like a month out or more, and I'll go and overlap those earnings, by at least 2 weeks, like I did with the Tesla position, and like I'll have with the Amazon position. And if I'm ahead of earnings enough, I can take the swing on the implied volatility alone. And again, I can lock it into a butterfly, let it go in the neutral position, whatever I want to do.
Well, you got a question in chat in Discord. One of our members wants to know, is a butterfly all calls or puts, not a mixture like a straddle or strangle?
They're never a mixture. So they're going to be all calls or all puts. So like if I go long with a call spread right now and I want to convert it to a butterfly, I'm going to sell a call credit spread further out of the money from that debit spread that I entered. And exactly. And if you mix it, it is an iron fly. And that's what I intend to be able to do is if I need to, if I get like a massive range day tomorrow where we get a quick pop or a quick drop on that CPI data and all of a sudden it rebounds, I can take that both ways. So I can go and convert the winning side into a butterfly as soon as I see a reversal, and then ride the momentum back the other way and convert the losing side that will be back to par or pretty much possibly even in profit. I can lock that in with the butterfly too, and then I have an iron fly. It's all mixed.
That was really cool. We got an answer from you and Coach Sig in the chat over here. Sorry, YouTube. That's our folks in Discord. Come visit us.
Heck yeah. And what's cool is like it really isn't just buy and sell options anymore at that point. It's you can adjust options positions. And when you do so, not only do you lock in a profit, the idea is to try and lock in a can't lose situation where you have more credit than debit in the spread. You lock it in. You can't lose. There's an amount you can't lose. If price settles at the body of the butterfly on expiration day, probably within about 2 hours before the close of the day, you can sell that position for a massive profit percentage. So that's the idea. It is when you enter a can't lose position, you're holding out for possibly a bigger profit, but you cannot lose at the same time. So instead of being a higher risk position that's leading up to expiration, likely to expire worthless, suddenly you've got like an extra chance to win, a little bit more in the trade. So, or a lot more in the trade, but you've locked in a net neutral position with a net right. So it's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Complex though.
Complex. It takes a little bit of know-how.
Well,
In these can't lose positions, and it's amazing.
you take that knowledge of how to turn a wrench and when to turn a wrench and where you're supposed to turn a wrench and what tool you should use and if it needs a breaker bar or not. And you just put that right to the trading, don't you?
Oh
It's a mechanical thing. It's like I was saying, it's both science and art. But I noticed that mechanics and engineers and artists all seem to do pretty well at this.
Seems to be, because it's an understanding of watching things in a live environment, watching moving parts.
Right.
It's like the other cool thing about it is just knowing that options positions are not absolute. You can adjust it every time you go, and then even better, you can free up a bunch of capital you have in the position. You can do that, and you can take that capital and immediately do something else with it. So you see something else moving with a good setup. You can do that where you free up your capital and do more.
Right. All right, so we had a pullback and a tweezer top look here on Amazon.
That was nice.
Come back.
2018.
And so this, again, is one of those setups. This is a 1 minute chart. I don't have it on the 5. But you could, again, when you follow price action, I mean, you notice this. This is again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Vreeland technique. And a lot of times you'll see it on a descending channel or a bear trend, and you look for the pullback, and oftentimes that pullback is a tweezer top. Would you say that's right, Mr. Freeland? And so you take that pullback, you grab that tweezer top and go, oh, I can sell here, and then put my stop there and all the way down. And then we get this pullback here, you get another tweezer top, and you could have sold the bottom of that and been riding it down to right there. Or if you were, more of a target trader, then you would see that tweezer top and go, oh, where did we come from? Over here. I could go to the bottom of this candle. And that's what we did. And then you could have had a target right there. Or say, oh, this is a tweezer top. We have that pivot over here. So I'm going to take an entry here, and my exit's going to be there, and my stop's going to be there. Does that look like a trade to you, Jeremy? I'm acting like a talk show host. I'm having fun, y'all. I'm just cutting up because I love the trade, and this is what I do for a living, and I like to have fun while I do it. But also, I'm teaching. We're teaching you some good stuff here. These are strategies, y'all. Well, I just gave that away on YouTube. I got to say though, this right now my current favorite strategy.
Oh, man. Things are incredible.
You got to have it in the right market though.
When you nail them twice, like you nail a tweezer top, and then immediately a tweezer bottom. It's insane how fast you can use it.
Oh yes, yeah, it is. And look,
Bearish measure moves,
like-
going to 3
look, there you go. There you go. Say I put up a little thing in our chat there that says when you have a strong sell-off like this is a sell-off. I don't know what you call it, a peak or whatever, but you're going to have some sort of pause because that's big, and this is the biggest candle, and it doesn't mean that it's exhaustion can sometimes mean it's reached the end of a channel and you're going to go up, but this wasn't exhaustion. This was just climax, pause, and then resume. That's what we expect this to continue. So we've got 10 seconds left on this 5 minute chart, and probably on your 1 minute and 15 minute as well. So, and I like to use different time frames. Look at that tweezer top on the. Good morning, Ricardo. Look at the tweezer top on the 15. Do you see that?
I see it.
Someone, there are traders that trade the 15-minute chart. If they'd have sold the bottom of this candle, that is a 19.75 point bar.
Hey Stone, I thought my MES chart was chart nasty, but yours is wow.
Yeah, I usually try not to listen. You think look, this is one MES. This is another MES. I have several charts, and usually what y'all see, well, because I watch multiple charts, and like I have this chart to my left. You see that? And then this chart, all I do is I've got my 20 moving average. This to me is where I want to be. All this other stuff is training wheels. And so this chart is just a 5-minute, what I call my clean chart. And I try not to draw on it, and I just look at it. And I look at the candles, and I find the touches. And then if I'm on another chart that's a chart nasty chart, like over here, I can say, okay, I can put my synchronization on. This is what y'all don't see. I can put my synchronization on. Bam! Watch this. And I can look at this candle, and the crossbar will go to if I do it all on MES, I'll give you my little demonstration here.
I had to go with the Van Wilder gift, I guess.
Awesome.
Write that down.
All right. So here I've got 4 different time frames. I got a 1, I got a 3, I got a 5. I'll start from the top left again. I have a 1, I have a 3, I have a 5, and then I have one that I use for multiple time frames so that I can come in and out. And I want to, this is my, I'll use a 5 with indicators because I'm still using training wheels. We see that the 20s crossed to 8. I wasn't even looking at that earlier. All I was looking at was this chart with all my levels on it and my drawings and following it along. But I have a chart that you can't see that looks just like this. So over here I can put in a 15-minute chart, and I could see that was bearish. Now, it's a possibility we could bounce here and go back up, just be like that all day. It could come back down.
How many charts do you use? 4 charts or 6?
I use a 4. My primary chart layout is a 4, and it's this one right here, with the 1, the 3, the 5, and then the multi-time frame that I can go catch different stuff. And then what I can do, I'm gonna show you again about chart nasty. Look at that. That's chart nasty, bro.
This might be a trap.
Bull trap or bear trap?
Well, actually, it's both. That was a bear trap already when it bounced off that 8650 area. Then this might break open the end of the bull trap.
So I can get different drawings, different sets.
3670 target.
And I'll use those different drawings for different things. And I have like my dailies that I use. So it's a little complex, but I'm using it all in the charts. I say it's not complex, but it is. I mean, if you go look at, like, for example, Sig, the way Sig charts, I think he's complexed. But he's probably not using all the averages and all the lines and the nastiness that I have on my chart. But, he's reaching areas that I see, and I'm reaching areas that he sees. We're just using 2 different methods. All right, I went on a tangent there. It's all your fault, Ricardo.
It's okay.
It's your fault, man. Now I got to remember what chart I was using. No, it's all right, because I'm still progressing and whittling down what I use and what I don't use. And I don't want to have all of these right here. I don't want all of those. What are Discord lessons? Oh, those are all writings and stuff.
Oh, this synthetic one. Okay. Good morning, heathens.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Heathens and heretics. We even tried to.
Let me try.
We're Switzerland. All right. Anyway.
We are Switzerland.
This is kind of interesting because we set up for a nice bearish trend to move for a third leg. We did hit a half leg. We were targeting 650. Nailed it. Bounced back with a Morningstar bottom on the 1-minute chart. Here we are, kind of in neutral land again, right up against that 1-minute 200 period. If it can't break above 387 with force, this will get rejected and beat a bigger bearish pressure move. So cautious. It's going to be a trap either way.
All right.
It is range day all of a sudden. So
I'm glad we have you on YouTube again. They'd be just hearing nothing.
all right, and it's dead air. my username to dead air.
No, don't do that.
Kidding.
I'm going to go back to where I had it earlier. I just wanted to show Ricardo that. I hadn't made a video on that yet. I've been meaning to. But yeah, I do have Chart Nasty, Ricardo. And I'm just letting it hang out today.
Yeah, man, remember earlier when I was saying watch Amazon here, it nailed that megaphone? That regression line is a wide ass range. But there's twin channels here.
You going to put that picture up?
Regression lines in that. Get a 30-minute up, you can see that.
You going to show that?
See a big megaphone?
Yeah, I'm going to do this real quick. So this is our, for those on YouTube, this is our Discord channel. We have a little streaming thing here as our members. We're hanging out, and we have, Sig, our coach, and, we put stuff in here that we're looking at. We're not a pump and dump thing. We don't tell people what to do in the education community. But we do talk about trades, and the stuff we talk about can't be pumped. You can't pump the SPY. You can't pump retail's not going to pump this,
Good luck pumping Amazon.
Yeah, good luck. So, but our focus is education, because we want to teach people how to fish, because if they know how to fish, they can feed themselves for a lifetime, right?
Sir.
And we give a damn. We care, because Jeremy and I are both moderators, but I mean, we're only supposed to be moderators for certain hours. we stay here all day because we're traders. We're members too, so we love it. We love this community. We love this environment. We love teaching folks because we know the freedom that we have, and we want to be able to help other folks get that freedom too. So that's why we're here, YouTube, and we love you, YouTube. And I'm trying to figure something out. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. All right, well, look, how about we head off YouTube, go back to the room? Is that cool? We gave him a little time there. I want you guys to come join us. Like, subscribe, hit that bell. Come visit us.
Try us out.
Yeah, try us out, man. I mean, it is cheap. We're not cheap. We're a great bargain. Investopedia. Go look for us on Investopedia. They just had a great write-up about us.
Best value out there.
Yeah.
It's pretty prestigious to say.
Yeah, I know I'm doing a little advertising and show business kind of style stuff today. Y'all forgive me. But I feel like I'm doing a telethon. And if you subscribe today. No, but come see us, man. Listen, this is a great community. And if you want to learn how to trade and you want to be able to do this for a living, or even just do it on the side to be able to make a little extra income, yeah. And this is a great, it's great, and we have access to it. But the teaching, it's hard to find teaching, and we're just a bunch of average Joes who know what we're doing, and we want to teach you how we look at the chart and how we read and how we take trades. We're not telling you what to do. We're just showing you how we do it, and our systems. And systems are replicable, and we want to see people succeed. So if you want to be a part of a great family and a great team of folks, and a great membership and a great community, join Bullish Bears. Y'all take care, YouTube. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. All right, we're done.